Hello, welcome. I'm Nick.
I'm Jackson.
I'm Tyler.
I'm talking about sports, and today we're going to be talking about should the Chicago Bears, push the panic button on Justin Fields. Jackson, we got to be quick with this segment. We got to be quick. What do you think about Justin Fields and the Chicago Bears team?
Look, what I think of this team is, from the first 2 weeks of the season, I feel like it's been very disappointing. I think a lot of people are looking to see dramatic strides from Justin Fields as a passer, and that's just not what we've seen so far, especially with the addition of they brought him in a wide receiver one, the bona fide wide receiver one in DJ Moore. So is it time to push the panic button on Fields? This next game against the Chiefs, if he can't get anything going throwing the ball, I would push the panic button.
What do you think, Tyler? I mean, there's one panic button. It's pressed. On to you, Tyler. What do you think?
Now, I don't like to use the word panic button because I don't think it solves anything. But if we're saying, I more like to say pull the plug. Honestly, if this happens to midseason, definitely yes. And he hasn't been the sole problem for the Bears' struggles. And remember, I know this team got some hype, but remember, they were literally the worst team last year, and they lost 10 straight to close out last year. So that's obviously not a good sign. But look, adding a bunch of pieces and it definitely helps, but it's not gonna most of the time it doesn't work instantly. And I think everyone thought after Jalen Hurts, Fields would kind of do the same, but it just simply hasn't turned out that way, whether it be not the best quarterback development or just some people are just stagnant when it comes to certain attributes. And overall, it's definitely been disappointing to Bears fans. Was I expecting, like some people are saying, MVP candidacy? Hell no. But I did expect at least decent progress, but it seems he's around the same as he was last year, which isn't exactly great when you're trying to find your franchise quarterback, which has been now going on since they had Sid Luckman, which was when World War II started. So, yeah, the what is it? The 8 decades and counting. They've been trying to find a starting quarterback. So it's definitely been not the ideal start for Chicago.
Yeah, and I'm gonna mention this, okay? I was not a huge fan of Justin Fields coming out. Did he have an arm? Yes. Did he run? Yes. Could he go through progressions? Not really. I had many concerns about him from the beginning. Now, I don't feel like the Bears are doing the best job building a team around him or playing towards his strengths, which stinks. But most of my concerns about him coming out of the draft as a prospect are still true to this day. And remember, this guy was supposed to be an MVP candidate, like Tyler mentioned, by everybody, right? Everyone, oh, Justin Fields MVP candidate this year. That completely, where's the national media now about that, right? Where are they? I mean, they still love picking on Justin Herbert because Brandon Staley sucks. But man, nobody's talking about Justin Fields. Why isn't anybody saying Justin Fields stinks and he's not elite like he was? Right? Where's the national media on that? But although I'm bashing Justin Fields in that aspect, I gotta say, I have not been a fan of Matt Eberflus when they hired him, and I'm still not a fan of him now. I don't like the hiring. DJ Moore, Jackson, you mentioned number one. I think he's a 1B. I don't think he's a true number one. I think there's a lot that this team can still do better for Fields. But am I paying this guy after this? No. The dude's throwing for barely over 200 yards the last 2 games. One touchdown in each game. He threw for 3 interceptions. He has 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Is he able to run? Yes. But again, I always say you got to be a passing first quarterback if you want to succeed in the NFL. And Justin Fields right now is not that. Can he develop into that? Yes, maybe. But we got to see somebody be willing to build an offense around this guy. And the Bears have not been able to do it. And honestly, I think they might move on from him, not get a lot for him, and screw it. I mean, they're going to be drafting another quarterback probably maybe this year. So that really stinks if you're the Bears. It does. Because they got absolutely nothing for Fields. They passed on a quarterback this year, and it just really stinks. And really, I mean, between Nagy and Eberflus, neither of them built a team really around this guy. They didn't. So it stinks, but it is what it is. All right, that's that. Anything else that you guys want to mention? So I'm pressing the panic button, and I mean, Tyler, are you pressing or are you just pulling the plug?
I'm gonna say pull the plug because I don't like to pay. I'm more of a guy that let's just cut our losses. We have to move on, and that's just how the NFL is. You have to cut your losses and move on. There's nothing you can do. You can't go fathomizing. Oh, what if this? What if that? You're just wasting time. You're not. It's not a productive activity. Trust me. I've thought of it myself. I've done it myself. It is not a good habit. So please do not ever do it. I'd definitely pull the plug, and unfortunately, you're going to have to draft another quarterback again and have to reshape the roster around him again. Yep. And it's just a mess.
All right, last thing I'm going to say real fast, just one word, yes or no. Jackson. Well, actually two, so we got to do both. Are you keeping Fields after this year? I mean, if they got to pay, I mean, I don't know when they got to pay him. When's that? This year or is it?
They have to pick up his 5th year this year or not.
So, I mean, let me ask you, will they pick up his 5th year? And would you? Just real fast. Will you? Or
no.
Would you? No. And will they?
No.
Tyler, would you?
First of all, hell no, it's going to happen. Second of all, hell no, they're not going to do it if Ryan Poles has an IQ above 60.
So you wouldn't do it either, correct?
No way in hell. I'm not paying much for almost essentially a triple option quarterback.
Yeah, and at this point, I can't do it right now unless we see major improvements going forward. I wouldn't do it, and no, I don't think they will do it. And it just stinks that if they moved on maybe this year and drafted a guy or did something, they could have got a lot more from Fields. That's all from us. We'll see you guys soon. Peace. We are
Built Better.
Built Better.
See you guys soon. Peace.
180. 180 set.
Hehehehe